Outcome number 1 is about respecting and involving people who use services, in other words, our patients. It's looking for patients to have an opportunity to partake in decision making around their treatment, to be involved with treatment planning, to have their views listened to and incorporated into plans, to ensure that their privity, their dignity is respected. And the whole outcome is about making sure that the patient experience is a great experience. Patient would experience being part of an involvement continuum, and there are 5 components to that. The first is to give the patient information via the website, via patient information leaflets, written information, verbal information. The second is to get information back from the patient about your service, and that could involve using a compliments and complaints booklet, a little comments note, a suggestion box, a patient satisfaction survey. The third is encouraging forums for discussion. So practice might pull together a focus group, which might include a patient who was very, very happy, a patient who made a few comments that might improve the service, and then those processes for feedback were incorporated into meetings and improved outcomes for patients. And then the final 2 parts of the involvement continuum are giving patients an opportunity to participate in their treatment and for practices to go as far as partnering with, for example, other healthcare providers, such as doctors, pharmacies, opticians, and other social care providers, such as old people's homes, schools, children's centres, that sort of thing. So it's a continuum where there are many different ways in which the patient could be involved. So to prepare for outcome number 1, I have found that there are some very useful NHS links, such as there's one actually called Links, L-I-N-K-S, and that's produced by the National Health Service and it's online, and there's actually a link called Making It Happen. And then for those people who are dental protection members, there are exercises in risk management, and one of them is about patient information, and that's a very nicely put together document. Well, to comply with outcome number 1, things that the practice could do is make sure that the information that they have on their website, in their practice information leaflet, is up to date. If it's an NHS practice, to make sure that the information complies with the schedule in the back of their dental contract. They could have suggestion boxes and comments books out in reception, design a patient satisfaction survey, and 2 very important questions to ask on that are: would you recommend this service to others? And would you come back again to visit us? And that's an overall marker of how satisfied the patient is, but there could be a number of other questions in that survey. And then finally, they could pull together groups of patients for focus groups and go out into the community and engage with GPs and other healthcare providers in order to try to get some sort of participative work going. And of course, all of that needs to be documented. Our practice management manual for CQC will help you reorganise your existing quality assurance practice systems in 3 steps. First of all, use the A3 checklist for this outcome from the back of the manual to audit your compliance. This gap analysis helps you to identify actions that will improve outcomes for people who use your services, in other words, your patients. Then use the agenda from the front half of this manual to conduct a training session for your team. It includes an attendance record, and a training pack is available from our website. Finally, show your team the results of your gap analysis for this outcome and discuss who will work on items marked amber, which you've identified that you have but may need updating, and who will action items that are marked red, which you have identified are outstanding pieces of work. Examples might include a business continuity plan. Once you've decided which audits are required to measure, monitor and modify your systems, you're ready to record your agreed action plan at the bottom of the agenda and to set a time frame for completion. For efficiency, I'd suggest you give each team member a manual so that they have a personalised individual training record, and an action plan to work from. This way they can concentrate on recording and completing the tasks delegated to them and demonstrate their involvement to a CQC assessor. As a practice manager, your copy will be the master audit plan for the whole practice, as well as your master training record, helping you to ensure the practice meets the outcomes in section 4 of the CQC guidance, which is suitability of staffing.